Dallas on a sweep. Turns it up.
All right, hey coaches. Figure I hop on and do another live video. I'm gonna go through a couple plays out of the split back formation. Okay, first play I'll do is our play we call lead. Second play I'll do is a play we call belly, which is very similar, it's just blocked differently. Third play we'll do is sweep, just a simple toss sweep out of this. Then another play we'll do is counter, and then we'll give you a nice play action pass, pass we call counter pass. Okay, so the lead, okay, it's very simple. You know, we would label our backs, the left half back 3, right half back 4, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7 is the holes. You know, but this is a play we would call 36 lead. We'd block this very base. Okay, it's to be base blocking. He'll base out. It's an easy kick out, especially most ends are taught to box. I'll get into a nice a tag we call hammer in a minute. He'll go big on big here. He'll check the help with the nose. If the nose is taken care of, he'll work on the mic. Or, you know, you could have the guard just get onto the middle linebacker, step play side, base the nose, inside over free. He's going to cut off. He's going to base him, and he's going to look to cut off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to insert, okay, we're going to insert this wing for this outside backer, so it kind of looks like ISO. And then this halfback is going to lead block. He's going to eye this middle linebacker, okay? He's going to get it. Three-back's going to get the ball, hand off. He's going right behind the 4's lead block. Now, since this halfback is eyeing the Mike backer, okay, you know, his eyes are on him. As soon as that ball snapped, his eyes are on him. So in that case, you could very easily, my marker dying out on me here. You could very easily just have the center. Let me get a new marker, sorry. That's a nice fresh one here. There we go. You could have the center and the right guard just double team the nose, okay, to get some movement here. So if this kid slants here, you could cut it back in. But again, you know, this is a very simple play. I'll give you another way to block it real quick. You know, there are several options here, okay. I'm just going to do the defense in the same color. And I drew it up against a 5-3 because that's we see a 5-3 all the time. Some of the other plays, I'll draw up some different fronts for you guys. Another way you could do it is here, kind of more like your traditional power. You could do this. You could have him base, especially, you know, we do run sweep out of this. So a lot of times he's hooking, so this end will naturally widen because he doesn't want to get hooked. You have him combo off. We could have him block the Sam, and then you could hand off here. And I don't know if you guys hear that, but it's like crazy windy outside, so I apologize for that. My office literally, I'm filming this right by the window, so I get, you know, better natural light in here. But yeah, the weather outside here in New Jersey is crazy right now. Not as crazy as COVID-19, but weather's pretty crazy right now. So yeah, this is the lead, okay? We also have a tag we call hammer. And I talked a little bit about our hammer tag on yesterday's live video. Okay, and I'll just, yeah, this video might go on for a little while, so bear with me. And this isn't my best whiteboard, but it's my smallest one that fits my camera. So, yeah, I'm about to draw up the lead with the hammer, coach. Okay, a lot of times, you know, or even, you know what, we should draw this. I'll draw this against a 6-2. This is when we against 62 defenses, this is where we see, we really use our hammer tag here. Okay, this is a hard down block. Okay, we're running lead here, okay? Same thing. Just do the backside real quick. This is a tough block, okay, for the tight end. You could see the end here is in that, you know, I guess you could say a 7 tech, or in that he's that tough C-gap defender, okay? So they usually put pretty good kids here, okay, to kind of really anchor that off tackle gap. Okay, so this is a tough down block, okay? And you could double team it, but what we do is we call hammer, which tells the tight end and wingback they're switching. Now, he's going to release, okay? Ideally, if he could rip under, kind of scoop under him, that would be great. But most of the time, he's not able to, and we need him to get onto this backer. So he needs to take the easiest path to this backer. Okay, so if the D end is inside of him, it's fine to outside release, okay, and get that middle linebacker. Okay, and the hammer will tell our wing, and he should actually, when he knows he's hammering, he could cheat in his split. Okay, so he is hammering down. You can see the wing back has a much better blocking angle, and he'll be able to generate some steam. Okay, you know, he could get low, get the near foot, near shoulder, right in that hip, and drive this end down. Okay, really wash him down. Especially so many teams teach their kids to penetrate, so he's just going to shoot C gap, and then you could just wash this kid down. And then inside over free. When you're faced with double A gaps, guys, regardless of scheme, the center always needs to block the backside A gap. And when I say backside, that means the A gap defender away from the play. Okay, so he's going to base this backside A gap defender. Guard's going to block here. He's no one inside, no one over, so he could get free. And then the lead, he's going to lead through the hole. Okay, and then you know, you could have him kick out, or you know, what we do on hammer too, we block hammer both ways. Okay, if we're hammering, he's blocking down, and then you could have him base out. Rather than the wing base this edge defender out, okay, the tight end could base him out. You can see he has a nice angle to kick out already, probably defender that's taught the box, so he could kick him out, and you could see we have a real nice down block angle here, so you know what, you could probably really hit that seam, and then you have the lead blocker. Could pull backside guard as well, but that's basically the lead play. How I drew it up the first time is how we run it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions, man, leave them in the comments. You know, I'll definitely look at them, and we'll address them. You know, it's about learning. You know, I haven't ran split back formation in a long time, but like full time for a long time. It's the first offense I started to run, actually, when I began coaching a long time ago. I coached under my father. He loved the split back formation, and then, you know, we still do some of that stuff today. All right, next play is my favorite. Okay, it's gonna be belly. And I'm sorry, to go back to the lead play, you could definitely run weak lead. If you were to run weak lead, you would base this kid out. I meant to do that, I'm sorry. Base this kid out, base this kid, base this kid, base this kid, lead block for the will backer, okay, and this guard will get the mic. So, you know, you could run lead weak, and we say lead weak because, you know, there's two tight ends, so this formation is strong to both sides, really. But the wing back here really creates that extra gap for the defense. So if they overshift to it, okay, then you could run lead weak and you just base block everything. But here's our belly play. Could definitely run this to the weak side as well. But let's start with the back side, okay? Inside over free. Base the nose, step play. We want him to win play side leverage. He's going to base him. He's going to cut off. If you can't get the mic, continue up to the safety. All right, now play side blocking on this, okay? Start with the tight end. On our belly, he has gap down backer. So there's no one in his gap. There's a defender down. Okay, so he is blocking down here. Now right tackle, there's no one in his gap. There's no one down, so he's getting onto the middle linebacker. So it's gap down backer. Okay. Now, if this nose is slanting, okay, because we are pulling this guard and he's kicking out the first defender past the tight end. Man, yo, this wind is crazy, but sorry. He's going to kick out the first defensive end outside the tight end. Okay, so if this guard is slanting, you could just have the tackle come down and help on him. We had to do that a couple times last year when we faced these two teams have really good nose guards. I mean, these kids were disruptive and big body kids, so we had some problems. So what we had to do was down block on them. So, you know, you could have him down block. Sorry, I was just reading comments. Yeah, coach, that hammer call is great because, like I said, we had on the lead, we had played some teams with some pretty good defensive ends or tackles, I guess you can say. playing the C gap, and it was a hard down block. Even though our tight end was decent and he had a good blocking angle on him, it was still hard to move the kid. So we found that really, that wide tackle didn't expect our wing back to block down on him, and we really generated some more momentum and a better blocking angle. So yeah, same foot, same shoulder, right near hip of the defender, and finish the block, drive him down. Doesn't have to be like a devastating block. Most of the time, that D tackle is a little bit bigger than our wing. They'll have the size and probably the advantage in terms of physicality. But we just need a nice wall off and just nice little down block, hammer down. That's it. That's what we could say. But back to belly. Okay, so you could have this right tackle double the nose, but our base rules when we install it is gap down backer. Now this wing back is going to insert, okay, for this backer. This lead blocker, okay, he's going to take the first defender that shows. He's always looking inside to out because we're inserting for this outside linebacker. Okay, so we don't want to block. We don't want him to block him. Sorry about that. Phone calls all morning long. I don't even know who's calling me. It's like telemarketers or something. I don't know. I get all these weird calls all the time. I don't know what that deal is. But yeah, he's going to block inside to out, especially if we have to come up with some kind of tag. Maybe I'll call it Deuce or something, or Charlie, or I don't know. We'll call it something to tell our right tackle to help with the nose. And then, so if that right tackle is helping with the nose on his down block, this kid's eyes need to be on the Mike backer, okay? So our 3-back, the handoff, you want to cut right inside this kick out, and then really just right behind this lead blocker, okay? So you could see we kind of, you really get that wall off. And then a nice wall off, a nice kick out, and you're good. And the hammer tag I'm talking about, you could very easily do it here. Okay, real quick. Let's draw it against. All right, don't worry about the backside. Okay, we got gap down backer, so he would block him again. This is what we call hammer. It just tells the tight end is switching responsibilities for the wingback. So if we get that wide, ooh, he's blocking this tackle, he's blocking back, he's pulling, kicking, he's blocking him, he's blocking down. So instead of the wing inserting for backer, the tight end's going right for that backer, and the wings, like I said, is going to hammer down on this defensive end. Oh yeah, split back is like, we ran some option as well. I mean, when you hear split back, man, you're thinking option. Yeah, I like that, Dan. Yeah, I mean, we ran load option. We didn't really run too much triple. We ran a little midline out of this where we could insert our backer. I did it when I coached 13 and 14-year-olds too a couple years ago. We had a lot of success with it. But yeah, man, split backs, man, it's almost crazy if you're not running option, right? At least for me, when you hear split backs, man, you think about option. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love midline out of split backs, to be honest. But I've gotten a little bit away from option. Not that I don't like it, but, I'm more of a wing T guy now. All right, bear with me. I'll draw this up. And this much better video quality, I'm assuming, for anybody that watched yesterday. I have a nice tripod that's actually stable instead of shaking. Yesterday's quality video was awful. But what did we do? We did belly, we did lead. And what's the most common defense you guys see? Let me know. I'll draw it up against, defenses you want me to see it executed against. All right, here's a sweep play. Okay, very simple play. Not gonna lie, we get mixed results on this, but nonetheless, you need something to attack the outside. So I'm on sweep, okay? He's gonna lead block for the corner. We want the quarterback to reverse, okay? Open up opposite so he could swing that up and really get a nice pitch. And that'll give the the back more time to get outside. You know, we want him to catch the pitch out here. Okay, if we just turn and toss it to him here, he might as well just do a handoff. It defeats the whole purpose. So we have him open up his left foot, turn, okay, and execute a nice pitch, nice follow through to the running back here on the sweep. Okay, you don't want the quarterback to really float the ball, so you got to really work on that pitch. If this is his left foot, this is his right foot. He opens his foot, swings it, okay, and his feet, we want him square to where he's pitching, okay? Toes square to where you're pitching, and a nice follow through on the pitch, and you don't want your hands over your numbers, okay, because then the ball will sail. So keep your hands under your numbers, you know, a nice follow through from your hip. So, you know, executing a great pitch, you know, that's very important. That's where the play starts. So, okay, we're going to reach and seal this kid. We're going to step, cut off. We're going to reach him. If you can't reach him, you could just base him and then work off, okay? What we do on sweep, okay, a lot of teams will step play side or they'll reach. You know, when we run our sweep, we keep our base blocking rules on sweep because, you know, we just don't have a lot of time to teach different things. You know, inside over free is what we teach. So if it's sweep, we stick to that. So there's no one inside, no one over, so he's going to cut off. There's a defender inside, so he's basing him. There's no one inside, no one over, so he's getting free. When I say free, it means he's getting onto a linebacker. Backside, he's going to step play side, base this nose. Step play side cutoff, step play side cutoff, step play side cutoff. If you can't get the will, climb up to the safety. Don't clip them. So yeah, that's basically the toss, okay? Sometimes what we do is, you know, we'll take this kid, we'll put him a little bit wider, okay? If we could reach this DN and could take the corner out. Okay, but we call that max. That'll tell him he's going to go on a max split. But yeah, that's the toss sweep, okay? We call it sweep. Very simple play. You know, you need something to attack the edge. Next play we'll do is counter. Here's another good one. I do have some game. We did run counter and then this counter pass I'm going to draw up next. I do have several game clips on that I could probably post. Oh, Mike, Sam. If I had my QB, if we got numbers, I would run counter with. Yeah, you could do that, definitely. Yeah, Dan, I see so much 5-3 with single high. It's crazy. It's like almost every week. I either see a 53 or some oddball 4-2 or a 6-2. Those are the three defenses. See, so mostly I would say, what did we play? I coached the younger kids last year. We only played 8 games. So I would say 5 games. We played a 5-3, and they are younger, so teams are going to load the box more. I think once you coach the older ages, you know, defenses get a little more diverse and get a little more speed on the field with like some 4-4s, maybe even some 3-5s or 3-3s. But yeah, I see a ton of 5-3. That's why I always draw up all the plays against either a 6-2 or a 5-3. So those are the two defenses we see all the time. Yeah, counter with lead planting, come back with play side guard. Yeah, definitely. You know, there's plenty of different ways you could run this. I mean, if you have guards that could pull, man, you could pull guards on everything. You know, on that lead, you could pull guards, make it, you know, you could run traditional power. You have this kid kick out, you could pull this backside guard. Real quick, this is going to be counter, but I'll show you another nice adjustment for the lead play. Okay, or you could run, I mean, straight up power, even though there's counter action in the backfield. This is something I always want to do. You could have this kid fake this way, and then as he crosses, he comes back here. So the quarterback opens up this way, hands to him. Now the blocking would be base out. And pull, and he could lead through the hole. Or if he could handle him, you could just have, since there's no wing inserting, you could just have the Sam get onto him, or you could have the tight end base out and him and the wing go for the Sam here. And then having, you know, since you have the wing back and it's tight and to a tight end side, I guess, you know, a 4-man surface, they say, you know, you could definitely have one of the backs go away and still have a lot of blockers at the point of attack. So you could send him away and then base him out, you know, like the combinations are endless, man. So yeah, there's a lot you can do out of this. But yeah, you could run trap as well, definitely. Yeah, trap, wingback trap. Yeah, that's nice. It'll hit more of what they call a long trap, but yeah, man. I mean, a wingback trap would be nice too. Could even do a wingback tackle trap where you pull this kid and kick. I like that too. Let's see here. All right, let's get to the counter. Try not to get sidetracked. Let's talk some counter now. All right, guys, this is another great play. Okay, this is a play we run away from the wingback. Okay, you very well could run it to the wingback side. But what we do is we have this kid fake here. Okay, I'll start with the play side blocking. Okay, we're going to be inside over free is our blocking rules. Okay, or you know what we do too on this, we go gap down backer sometimes too. Okay, so we'll do gap down backer. No one in his gap, he's down, so he's blocking down. No one in his gap, so he's blocking. There's no one in his gap, no one down, so he's getting onto the linebacker. And again, if you want, you could help with the nose. It depends how good the nose guard is, but if you don't have to, that's fine. He's pulling and kicking. This play we actually call counter belly, so the kids know we're belly blocking this. The only difference is we are pulling the backside guard as well. Okay, so the backside guard is pulling. He's leading through the hole. He's going to replace the guard. He's replacing the tackle. Okay, he's going to insert for backer. Okay, so this play is great because it looks like you're running belly to this side because you got the down blocks and the wingback inserting. So he may squeeze this or it might hold this kid. So, you have some deception and somewhat of a key breaking aspect to this too, which is nice. So he'll jab step. We don't want him to exaggerate that jab step. We need to get this downhill fast, especially this guard has a very short distance to pull. So we really want to be right off this guard as soon as we can, run right off his kick out. Okay, so we'll pull that backside guard. He's going to skip pull. We want him square to the line of scrimmage, eyeing this outside linebacker. Okay, we don't want him just pulling with his eyes looking this way or this way. We want him skip pull. Okay, so he stays square somewhat to the line of scrimmage so he could see where he's going and then lead through the hole because his path may have to be adjusted because, these kids are taught to penetrate, so he may be flying up here. So if his path has to be altered, his head needs to be up. He needs to see where he's going. He needs to see who he's hitting. So, yeah, I mean, it's that. He's going to jab step, half jab step, just as this kid clears. He's coming back this way. Quarterback's going to open up this way and then hand to the four-back on the counter, okay? If this is the quarterback's feet, we don't want him stepping this way, okay? That's taking a false step. Take that right foot, swing it around, get depth in the backfield, and hand off here, okay? A lot of times, okay, if this is the quarterback, I'm just going to show you a big mistake teams make. We'll say we're just running like a lead. A lot of times the quarterback will come down the line of scrimmage, okay, and then hand to the running back when the running back gets there. It's the QB's job to not take any false steps, and you really want him to get depth in the backfield. So you could get the running back the ball in the backfield. So if he has to adjust his path, he has time. Whereas if he gets the handoff up here, and there's penetration, he's going to run into a wall. You may call it a 25 counter belly. It doesn't mean it's going to hit at the 5 hole all the time. So you got to make sure, you get the ball to the running back as soon as possible in the backfield. Okay, so it gives him time to adjust his path, and then he could see what's going on. So, it's the QB's job to get the running back the ball. The running back should never ever come to the quarterback for the football. That's a coaching point that, we work a lot on, and it's something I see all the time. I'll read some of these comments here. Yeah, me too. That's why I drew it up opposite of the wing. Counter usually is to the weak side, especially if you see them over shifting to the wing back side, which teams usually do, especially if you're sweeping that way and you're running belly or lead or power to the wing. They're going to adjust to it. So, yeah, I love counter weak. Like I said, you could run it to the strength too, but, yeah, we're going to the weak side with it most of the time. Yeah, I mean, this is very similar to the I formation. You could just put this kid back here, and you could pretty much run all these plays. Okay, you could have it offset and come back, or you could have him in a straight up eye alignment. This is very similar. All you got to do is really, instead of splitting the backs, make them in an eye formation. You run all these same plays. Yeah, fake the toss to the tailback and then hand to the fullback. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's very similar. Eye formation, split backs, double tight. A lot of stuff you could do. All right, here's I'm actually going to get into one more play. I'll give you another one. Do some unbalanced stuff. Do you guys hear the wind or no? I'm curious. Because it's freaking crazy outside. Let me know if you guys hear the wind. Feels like the window's going to shatter. Crazy. It's sunny out. It's actually a pretty nice day here. It's just crazy windy. All right, guys. Here's our counter pass. Okay, backfield action is going to be counter. Okay. I'll show you what he does in a minute. So back's coming this way. Okay, he's going to counter step. He's blocking backside. Go over with the blocking first. Inside over pass blocking rules. Inside over, inside over, inside over, inside over. Okay, he's going to seal the edge, block the backside of the quarterback. Okay, quarterback's going to open this way, fake to him. Take his drop. Now we're going to run a corner with this tight end. This wing back is going to block. Okay, he's going to seal the edge. Okay, if this kid's coming up, okay, he always has to secure his inside gap first. Okay, if he's releasing, he needs to replace him. Okay. So a backside tight end. Our tight end's going to run a... We have him run somewhat of a skinny post, okay, especially if that safety's in the middle of the field. Okay, a lot of times, we'll say the ball's on the left hash here. Actually, you know what? Let me finish the route concepts here. And then we'll send this kid into the flat. So we got somewhat of a high-low flood here. Okay, this is our first option, 2, and then 3. That's our progression. This is like we want the quarterback to do 3 to 5 step drop, plant, and throw, okay? We want him out about over here, okay, when he throws to give himself, better, make it a little more easier for himself so he doesn't, not throwing across his body so much. So it is somewhat of a half rollout it ends up being for us. But we do also have, if we're playing a 6-2 defense where they have a guy here and then they're sending this kid off the edge, he would block down and then he would fill here and then we'd hit this. And then we have a 2-man option rather than having 3 routes. But yeah, this is a great play. A lot of times, yeah, sorry about the wind. It's crazy. It died out a little bit now, which is good, but yeah, it's nuts. But sometimes this wing, okay, I'll be honest with you, he collides or doesn't get a free release into the flat. But if you run this play, say it's like 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 5, or even on a first down, this play hits big. If you run this counter pass on a down you're supposed to run the ball, it hits big. But yeah, tight end, corner. This kid hits the flat. If we have to, we'll just have him block, okay? If they're sending more than we can block, because we are releasing 3 players in pass routes, so our pass protection isn't super strong here, okay? So, but you could just have the 2 wings stay in and block and just hit the tight end, especially if you see these corners on the line, okay, or you're really gutting them with sweep, okay? You could have him actually step wide. If he's reading your wing, okay, you could have him step wide like he's reaching on sweep and just seal. So that'd be a little bit of a key breaker. But a lot of times this kid's going to get caught looking in backfield action. Okay, he's coming up for run. The tight end's usually almost open. And what I was saying, we'll say the ball's on the left hash here. That safety, if you're playing true, I would guess you could say man free, I would have the safety in the middle of the field. You really want to split the difference of the formation, right? There's 2 threats here, passing threats here. Obviously not, counting backfield action, but you got 2 passing threats here and 1. So that safety should probably be in the middle of the field, but most of the time he's not. So that's why this corner is wide open. There's no safety help over the top. And then if the safety is in the middle of the field, this corner is taking him, safety's rolling over the top, that means the middle of the field's open, so that's when we like to hit this. Okay, so if they don't have a safety, say they bring the safety up, middle of the field's open, okay, and you could hit the backside. So we usually call this play twice. Okay, we hit the corner. Sometimes we'll hit the flat. Jesus. And then the third time we usually hit the backside tight end, depending on what that safety does. So that's our split backs. If you guys have anything you'd like me to draw up, let me know. But I want to go over real quick too. Another thing, we do tackle over out of this. Okay, so we'll bring. I'm just gonna draw this up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we go tackle over with a lot of our stuff. Okay. You could see it brings an extra blocker over and it creates an extra gap for the defense to account for. So we do tackle over. We could run sweep out of this. You could do lead out of this. Okay. I love the lead play out of this. You could definitely get some double teams here. So I love the lead out of this. Okay, you can see when you bring that extra defender over, okay, you're gonna create an extra gap. You know what I mean? You could, like here, you're going 2 gaps without any defender. You're going 2 gaps without any defender. You know, typically when we go on balance, and this is just for me, do a nice goal line play for you in a second. But what we do on the goal line, when we go on balance, teams either don't shift at all or they overshift. So you could definitely come back with something to the weak side. You could even motion this kid over and run straight up ISO to the weak if they're really overshifting. But all the plays, except for that counter pass, really, that I drew up, you could do out of tackle over. But I'll show you our go-to goal line play, Dan, here. It's not split backs. It's not I. We call it beast formation. We literally just break the huddle really fast, line up, and I'll show you. We have beast right, 16 power, beast right, 16 sweep. 18 sweep, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll bring my safety up. All right, guys. Call this beast right. Okay, we'll go 16 power. This is our short yardage. You know, we run this on all downs and distances, but this is definitely what we like to do on our goal line. We'll get a double team here. Okay, we're not pulling any backside defenders because we already have all these guys. And this is if your quarterback could do it, great, but we take our best running back and we put him here. It's a direct snap. You know, this is a single wing beast formation, what a lot of people refer to it as. But this kid will insert, okay, and then we're kicking out here. He's eyeing that middle backer, or in this case, this backside backer. He catches it, and just we get right downhill. Okay, so that's our 16 power. I'll draw it up against another defense, 5-3. I believe you said you see, right? Oh, I mean, the beast power, the beast is great because even though you are loaded up on the outside here, I mean, to the right side here, you still get double tight end. So there's a lot of stuff you can do back to the single tight end side, to the 3-man surface there. Because when you come out and beast a couple times, teams will overshift to it. So we have a nice. Maybe I'll do a whole nother live video session, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, on our beast stuff. But yeah, beast power. We like to insert here. We like to kick with him. So, you know why we prefer to kick out with our with our inside wing here, because he has a better kick out angle here. Okay, if this kid squeezes down, when they run some kind of gap exchange here, he's still able to gut this kid out. Whereas this is a hard base out. Unless he's, I mean, you very well could do that. You could just have him step in base and have him lead through the hole, you know, but we just always working blocking angles. So we kick him out, we insert him, and then he's lead blocking. His eyes is on the Mike backer, and then catches a snap. Gets right in, hits right inside that kick out. So you can see we get these down blocks, the kick out, and the insert. So you can see everything we do, man, we have a tunnel we hit. So that's our beast package. I'll give you a sweep because we do run sweep beast on the goal line sometimes. We call it beast right. 18 sweep. And again, this just isn't goal line for us. This is, we love doing this all the time. Sometimes we have more success with our B stuff than we do in our base wing T package. This B stuff is great, man, because you know what? If your quarterback gets hurt or has to come out, or, you know, listen, you're doing a direct snap, so you're gaining an extra block. You're doing a direct snap to your best player. And then you could switch the backs. You know, if we have 2 good backs, 3 good backs, we'll keep rotating them. You know, not getting it, then they'll block for each other. So you're snapping the ball to your best athlete. He's ready in the backfield. You got an extra blocker. So, I mean, it always works. And this formation is brutal to align to because you have to account for the overload to the right. You know, the defense has to account to the overload to their left, obviously, but you're still strong here. Like here, the defense isn't shifted, so you could run at this all day. If they shifted over, then you could do some backside stuff. But let me get into the sweep. Okay. He's going to hook, inside over free, base, inside over free, base, play side cutoff, base, step play side cutoff, climb to the safety if you're not like on the 2-yard line, obviously. He's lead blocking in the corner. And he's going to turn and block anyone in. Okay, guys, here's a coaching point too. When you're running the sweep, okay, this lead blocker is going to block the corner. And this guy is going to block the first linebacker that shows. We don't want this guy really touching the cornerback. Why that is because this kid is usually a good athlete. And if you block him, say the running back is here, and you're engaging, this kid is engaging with this block here, there's way too much distance. Odds are he's going to beat this block or go around. These kids are good athletes, at least teams we play. So if we block them too early, they'll just go around it and still be able to make a play. So we like having, my finger will be the ball carrier. We like having the corner, we call it tunneling the corner, blocked, and then we could cut right off of it. So if this athlete goes out and we just base him out, we could cut right off of it. Whereas if we block him too early and he goes out, we don't have time to cut. So basically, you know, here's our blocker, here's our ball carrier, okay? We want to block, say he blocks and seals him in, boom, we could cut right off it. He seals him out, boom, we cut right out. So that's the reason why, because I had a coach tell me, why don't you just lead with him and have this guy block one of the inside backers because he's nearest. You know, that's why. That's why we do it that way. So that's our sweep. You can even pull this kid. I mean, you don't have to. But I'll give you one play going away. It's supposed to be about split backs. Now I'm all hyped up on the beast stuff. I'll give you one play going away. Okay, we call it wham. Okay, basically this kid goes away. We are pulling this kid here. Takes 2 steps. He's coming back this way. That's basically our wham play. You could definitely pull a guard and have him kick and have him lead to get an extra blocker. And then if you do it that way, let me draw it up for you. So you have the power, you have the sweep. Now you could have the play that goes away from the B side. I'll just draw up the whole thing. Sorry. This is a play we definitely didn't run enough either. I think we ran it once or twice the whole season, which definitely isn't enough. Okay, I'll make sure the defense shifts a little bit. So now what you can do too is you could run it you know, to keep things consistent, say you run beast and say you run the split back stuff, you could run beast right 15 counter belly. So you could block it like belly again. Gap down backer, gap down backer. In this case, again, he could help with the nose if you want. Here, pull, kick, and then here, 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 here. 2 back leads this way. That'll be a nice key breaker because a lot of times they'll follow him. So if he's flying like he'd sweep, they're going to widen too. And then instead of pulling this guard and leading through, you could just have this guy pull and lead through. Especially if they're reading guards, you don't want to pull because it'll take them to the ball. So this is a nice little change up if they're reading guards. If not, how I drew up counter belly as split backs is that everyone just replaces, and then you could pull the guard and have him lead through. Now what we do here is he steps this way. If say you're pulling this inside blocking back, okay, he would take 2 steps this way. As he's passing, he'll cut back this way. So that's our counter. We call it wham, but it's basically counter belly, direct snap to the quarterback. So that's it for today, guys. You know, if you have any suggestions or questions or anything else you'd like me to draw up, let me know. You know, it's a great time to, you know, it's all about learning now. We're all stuck at home. You know, it's a great opportunity. I'm looking for stuff to do. So if you guys have any suggestions, comments, or suggestions, man, let me know. You know, we're all here trying to help each other and just, you know, talk some football. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And that's it. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy.